and I'm just going to share a little bit about my story. I was met by Pepper Black about almost 2 years ago, and at the time, I was this very distracted, overwhelmed, stretched thin. I had a whole lot going on. I was teaching, I was a mom of three, I'm a wife to an amazing man. I was working an hour away from where I was living. It was just pretty chaotic. And at the time, again, I wasn't really sleeping through the night. I had no energy. I literally felt like a zombie. And that's the time in which Pepper met me. And it was really the epitome of being stuck. And she looked me in my eyes and said, you know what? Is this the way you really want to live? Are you going to continue to do this? What are your dreams? What do you hope for? What do you want to be? And I really didn't have an answer, but she suggested some books for me to read, and I did. And the books that I read were called Slight Edge and Go Pro. And once I read those books, my heart really raised at the opportunity or what life could look like if I really could build the dreams that I wanted to build, or become the person I really wanted to become, or do the things I really, really wanted to do. And so I decided to join business with her. She didn't even have to ask me. I'm really proud of that. I didn't know that, but she said that I'm the only person that's ever done that in her life. So anyway, I did that because I was so excited at the opportunity. And so I started taking the technology, and pretty much in the first month for me, I had a clear mind. Okay, I was sleeping through the night, and I had energy. Game over. I was ready to go. And so I went ahead, and things went really, really well at first. There were some challenges with me. I won't even go into all the challenges that Pepper endured with me. She talks about love is patient. I was that girl who literally said, when she sat down with me, who are we gonna call? And I'm like, I got nothing. I mean, I can go on and on about how patient she was with me and really being there with me and walking with me through my journey. I'm really, really grateful for that. But things went well. My friends started joining. I started seeing people's lives change. It was really exciting. You know, towards the end of the year, I was getting close to the end of the year, my first year in, and I'll tell you that I kind of hit a wall. I wanted to hit a goal, and it didn't work out. And so I entered in what I called zombie land. Let me get up with let's see if I can, oh, you put the Mickey Mouse in, I didn't know. So I entered in what is called the Walking Dead syndrome. That's what I call it looking back. Anybody here watch The Walking Dead? Is that a TV series you guys know about? Okay. Well, if you don't know, I don't necessarily recommend it, it's pretty gory, but it's a popular TV series where you have survivors that kind of are waking up to this zombie apocalypse. And they're basically trying to stay alive under near constant threat of attacks from mindless zombies known as the walkers. Now let me describe the walkers. They typically just have an appetite for death. They literally are looking for the living to destroy them. And so how they know that they're around, they smell them or they hear them. They hear the noise that they're making. They're attracted to the noise. So that is the backdrop of the story. You have survivors, and at the backdrop are the Walking Dead. And so what I think about when I think about the Walking Dead is pretty much like a symbol to me of what causes us to have that kills our dreams. You know, that's to me the Walking Dead in our life. And so the effect that it has, it eats away at our beliefs in ourselves, in others. It stunts our growth because, again, of those negative thoughts that we tend to have when that zombie effect comes into our life. And it also invites discouragement. And so that is what I call the zombie effect. And it shows up in two different kind of ways. One way is you have the naysayers that you're excited about life, you have this dream, you're trying to go for it, and the naysayers come up and they're like, that's a little, I don't know about that. That sounds a little too good to be true. Oh, do you know where you're coming from? Those people, the negative people that we have in our lives, and the easiest thing to do to get rid of, to deal with that zombie is just to get rid of them. But I'm not really here to talk about the naysayers. The other way that it shows up in our life, it shows up in the way we think. Let's talk about how that can look. I've had many, many negative thoughts walking through this space in network marketing. And a lot of the things that have been discussed are things that I felt. So here's some of the things that I thought. You know what, I'm not like that successful person. I have Pepper. Pepper is this super dynamic, gets up in front of people, can say things. I'm it, right? She's that person. But I'm like, that's not my personality. I'm not gonna be successful like her. That zombie effect. I'm too shy. I can't believe Terry Latham is shy. That gives me hope. I would never think that. But that's really who I am. I'm a very shy person. Like, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I don't know enough people. I know some people feel that way. I don't know enough people to be successful. How am I gonna be successful in this? How about this? I'm not good at business. I'm a teacher. And then so those thoughts crept into my mind, like I am not gonna be able to do this because I'm just not a business-minded person. Zombie effect. What about the only certain personalities would really do well in this business? And we started looking at each other and looking at the strengths of other people and comparing ourselves like others have talked about. Those are ways that which the zombie effect shows up. I don't have enough help. Man, my upline was Pepper, then yeah, I would be successful. Or if I had these people around me, yes, I would be successful. Again, these are just lies we believe that ebbs away at our dreams. I hate this one. It's just expensive. People that I know will never ever, get that. That this is just, there's no way that most people are gonna buy this. It's such an expensive product. Again, lies that we believe. And so these are some of the lies that I literally had to deal with when I hit that wall, that walking dead wall. And so here's the response that you can have. All right, so you have people walking, they act, they look like, they smell, and they live like the zombie, which is, if you know the show, Michonne, right here, the African American, she's walking around with the zombies. That was her response for a season of her life. When those lies came and she struggled, her decision was, I'm just gonna walk around with the dead. I'm not gonna grow. I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna fight. I'll just look like them. I'll smell like them. I'll be comfortable. And that's how she responded. Or another response, she finally came to and she began to slay the zombies. She became a hero and decided to fight and join the living. And so that is the response that we want to have when we have those zombies showing up in our life and those lies begin to show up. So here are some strategies. The first strategy is slay the walkers by cutting their heads off. Literally, they walk around and they stab them in their brain. And if you think about that, if our thoughts are what we're calling the zombie or the walking dead effect or the walking dead syndrome, how do you deal with that? You have to cut them off, just like they did in the series. You kill the zombies within by cutting off the destructive thoughts and replacing them, this is important, with new, true thoughts. Pepper has helped me with this over and 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 over again. Because those zombies showed up all the time. And now I really feel I'm a whole lot better because I know now that I don't have to believe the lies and I know the truth. Here's a second strategy that can help you defeat the zombies that show up in our life. Mentorship. Some of us have people like Pepper and Karen and Terry, and we have great people in here that we can look up to be mentors. We have local people in our lives that are willing to take the time to invest in us and help us grow in our journey. But another way that I love mentorship is by reading books. We have unlimited resources around us. You have YouTube, you've got all kind of books online, you have audiobook, there's all kind of ways we can get people speaking into our lives, helping us deal with those zombies. You can attend conferences like this one. I applaud you today, because this is a way to show up and you fight those zombies. You can get mentoring by investing in trainings that are out there. Here's just some of the trainings that I love, outside of the ones that we have in ASEA. We have great training in ASEA, but there's some other resources out there that are they're really, really good. Tanya Eliza and Ray Higdon, they're really, really popular in the network space. Wrong way. Okay, there we go. So let me tell you about one of my favorite mentors. You guys know this person? Mm-hmm. Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry has become one of my biggest mentors as of late. He is so inspiring to me. Let me just give you some of the things, his accolades. He's a successful writer. Everyone knows him as Medea, okay? He's an actor, he's a producer and a director. He built an entire entertainment empire. In 2019, he opened the 250 million Tyler Perry Studios, they're bigger than Warner Brothers. Check this out. Disney, Paramount, and Sony all combined. Wow. That's pretty powerful. We've enjoyed films that have been placed, that were shown in his studios, like Black Panther, and guess what? The Walking Dead was filmed there. But a lot of us don't know the story that he went through before the glory. So let me share with you what he went through before he actually became the Tyler Perry that we all know. This man grew up in the poorest neighborhood in New Orleans, okay? He was physically and sexually abused. He tried to commit suicide at a young age. That's how bad it had gotten for him. He didn't graduate from high school. He dropped out. Tyler Perry dropped out of high school. He actually earned his GED later, but he's considered a high school dropout. He was homeless. This man is 6'5", living in a Geo Metro, y'all. That's one of the smallest cars known to man to me. And I can't even imagine him being in the Geo Metro, but that's how bad it got. Matter of fact, he was living that way for 7 years before he got his big break. He ran after his dreams for 7 years before his play actually got a big hit. That is unbelievable to me. So to conclude, Tyler has many zombies to slay, both those within, he had many of them within and surrounding him. He continues to have to slay those zombies. And this is what I love that he said. He says that what you feed will grow. What you don't will starve. So what does that mean? If I keep listening to the lies, those lies begin to take over. You start looking like Michonne. But if you stop, if you don't feed the lies, you become the zombie slayer. And so what I want to leave you with, as Karen said, each person you come up here with, you want to leave for one thing. This is what I want to leave you with and call it to action. Be a zombie slayer. Be a zombie slayer. Thank you.